Mill Housing Network. Nice to see y'all today on this wonderful Thursday. If you don't mind, let us know where you are tuning in from in the comments. We love to see. And we are here today with our partners at Navy Mutual. We've got Dan Poltner with us. And I'm going to let him introduce himself and tell you his specialty. And we're going to go over annuities today, which I'm super excited to learn about because I did not know how amazing they were. So I'm excited to learn. I'm going to let Dan tell you all about what he does.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Amanda. And hello, everybody. So my name is Dan Pontler. I'm a retirement income certified professional, certified financial consultant, and chartered life underwriter. Designations I hold with the American College, and I help Navy Mutual members understand how to use products in their financial plan and develop retirement income strategies that work for them.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we're so excited to learn from you and go over this topic of annuities today and how it can be so beneficial for so many. So, and not just military community, but everybody. So, we'll go on and start with the first question that we've got for you. So, the first one is on the simplest level, what is an annuity?
Sure. Well, an annuity is a financial product, a contract between the owner and an insurance company. Uh, Annuities are basically can be either be products you're using to accumulate at a guaranteed rate of interest without market volatility, without downside in the event that the market tanks. They also include options to create future income. Not the requirement to create future income, but typically you're using an annuity to with the goal of creating a future income stream at some point in the future.
Yeah, which is amazing. I mean, who doesn't want that?
Need
Awesome.
income for the rest of your life.
Yeah, exactly. I think everybody wants income for the rest of their life without all the, like you said, market volatility. Okay, well, then the second question we have is if I have a classic military retirement plan, do I need an annuity?
Okay, well, if you're on the high three military plan, the original, that'll obviously provide a lifelong income stream at a relatively high level for the rest of your life. So you may not have as much of a need or use case for an annuity that would be turned into a lifelong income stream. It can be used that way, but since you've already got that piece pretty much covered from the military pension benefit and any future Social Security benefits, it would hold less value in that way. However, annuities still are very useful in retirement income planning and investment strategy in general. I'll give you an example from my own experience. So my employer provides a pension benefit. It's one of the few left that still provide a pension, and I still own an annuity, and I'm using it, accumulating slow and steady, building up value for a future use case. In my case, I'm thinking about creating a bridge of income that's temporary in the future. So at the point of retirement, who knows whether or not my plans will work out according to plan, but at the point of retirement, I'm going to turn on an income stream that will last until the point when I then in the future want to claim Social Security. Now, again, I might vary the exact duration that I have a temporary stream of income, but it'll enable me to both create a bridge of income, gets me to a higher Social Security claim age, but then also doesn't generate extraordinary income as I'm earning interest as the contract is growing during my working years when income is higher than what I expect it to be in retirement.
Right. Awesome. I think it sounds like a great investment. All right. The next question we have is what type of annuity is best for me and my family?
Okay. Well, let's go review the basic kinds of annuities. There's a lot of intricacy. I won't get into that level of detail and minutia, but I'm happy to do so if anybody has any follow-on questions. The basic kinds of annuities are deferred or immediate. In its most basic form, deferred is I'm deferring taxation. I'm growing money to a future point when it's more efficient or optimal to have to pay some ordinary income tax. The other kind is immediate annuity, where you're immediately creating an income stream that starts at least at minimum 30 days from the
Oh,
point
wow.
effective date of the contract.
Right.
Typically, if you're a younger person, you would
Mhm.
be thinking about a deferred annuity, right? We're still
Right.
trying to grow money and accumulate assets for retirement strategy. And if I am right around the point of retirement or slightly thereafter, some people, end up with a relatively decent retirement income
Mhm.
plan that they fell into. Many of our audience probably, right?
Mhm.
They're going to have that military pension income that kicks
Right.
off right away,
Mhm.
and so if that's sufficient for their purposes, they may want to turn on a future income stream if inflation has caused other assets to lose value over time,
Right. Yeah.
and they need to supplement.
Right. Okay. I love that. Okay. The next one we have is, are there fees associated with opening and or maintaining an annuity?
When the commercial industry, there are the fee structure in an annuity would be based on the particular product type. I
Okay.
won't go into every single product type and bore the audience, but basically, Navy Mutual annuities don't have any fees that are taken out of the interest earnings that are guaranteed in the
Oh,
contract, and that allows people to know exactly what they're going to earn and calculate exactly what the future value of the contract will be worth without any ambiguity. Um, the interest rates for annuities are determined by our actuaries based on what current bond market conditions support at the
okay.
time when somebody purchases an annuity. So they don't need to concern themselves with what happens in the investment markets outside of their annuity contract. They
Mhm.
know what they're earning on their money as it's growing, and they just want to make sure that their time horizon to grow the money is appropriately aligned with the product type. And that's where I come into play.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. Okay. The next one we've got is, what are the benefits or returns of adding an annuity to my portfolio?
Okay. Well, interest rates for annuities or bond yields that are
Mhm.
used to determine the interest rate for an annuity change all the time, right? Bond market's
Mhm.
always moving around with different yield. So the best way to get it get tabs on where we're at right now on the current yield offers is to
Mhm.
visit navymutual.org,
Mhm.
scroll over annuities, and drop
Mhm.
the little drop down opens
Okay.
to view current rates. The primary benefits of an annuity, when we're talking deferred or immediate,
Mhm.
safety of principal, safety of your deposit. So you don't have risk that market fluctuations could cause that deposit to be worth less than what you put in. The contractual guarantees related to the interest rate that the insurance company promised, and or the income that they promised. The income is
Yeah.
going to remain stable, predictable over whatever duration of time you wanted it distributed. The more favorable tax treatment is probably one of the larger advantages that many of our higher income members uh, gravitate towards, because if they're in high income brackets, they don't want
Mhm.
to add anything to their ordinary income, right?
Right.
They're just adding something to that top
Yeah.
bracket and paying it
Mhm.
at the highest rate,
Right.
especially if they think that their post working year tax rate will
Mhm.
drop.
Yeah.
Um, and in that case, an annuity can be very advantageous.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I do like the stability of it and I'm not a risk taker, so I like the sound of an annuity.
Very predictable, that's
Yes.
for sure.
Yes. Okay. Next one we've got is, do annuities have death benefits?
You I'll start with a broad-based yes,
Okay.
however, with caveats, because there's you got to understand the product.
Okay.
Deferred annuities all have death benefits, right? Deferred
Mhm.
annuities, you're just growing and accumulating. So the
Mhm.
insurance company is certainly not going to keep your money in
Right.
the event that you move out prematurely, right?
Mhm.
Unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Um, the on an immediate annuity, whether or not there are any remaining income payments to continue to somebody else is dependent on the structure that you chose for the income annuity. Um, there Those decisions are both situational
Mhm.
as well as um, health related, right?
Right.
If you're picking a lifelong income annuity, you might not choose that if you've had a triple bypass or something, right?
Right. Right.
You might want a fixed period income
Right.
annuity because you still need income for the rest of
Right.
your life,
Right.
even if you think your life might be shorter than somebody else's.
Right.
But we want to make sure that people always have the income that they need,
Mhm.
and have the optionality to turn on extra income in the future if that becomes a necessity for them.
Okay. Got it. Alrighty. Next one is, are annuities tax deferred savings?
Well, deferred annuities certainly are,
Yeah.
right? Deferred annuities are appropriately used if somebody has the objective of growing the money beyond age 59 and a half. And why
Okay.
is that? If you distribute from any
Mhm.
deferred investment vehicle,
Mhm.
tax deferred investment, prior to 59 and a half, by and large, the IRS is going to penalize you on the interest earnings because you're pulling it out in advance of
Right.
what they intended to use it for. And
Right.
the reason that Congress allows us to not pay tax on things, on certain investments while we're earning, the
Mhm.
trade for that is they want you to use it as a retirement vehicle, right?
Right.
As a retirement supplement.
Yeah.
Um, the immediate annuity, where one starts, they deposit a lump sum with the insurer and immediately 30 days later start getting an income stream consistently over some period of time, that's
Yeah.
not tax deferred. It's still earning interest, right?
Right.
You're still earning on that while it's being paid out, but you don't have the same 10% penalty consideration there, regardless of what
Mm.
your age is for an
Okay.
immediate annuity.
Okay. Good to know. Alrighty. Next one is the money in an annuity guaranteed?
The money in an annuity is guaranteed by the claims paying ability of the insurance company that issues the contract. So
Okay.
you want to be very confident in the
Mhm.
insurer that you're doing business with in that regard.
Right.
One of the ways you can gain confidence is by looking at professionally evaluated statistics on the insurance company.
Mhm.
This is typically found with Navy Mutual in our
Mhm.
Fitch rating. Our Fitch rating Fitch is one of 4 or 5 big rating agencies that they're
Mhm.
obviously financially savvy people that are good at looking at that claims paying ability of that insurance company relative to their assets, the quality of their assets.
Yeah.
Navy Mutual has been A plus rated for the past 20 years in a row,
Amazing.
which is the highest rating Fitch would provide to a company of our size and type, which is a
Yeah.
very unique organization.
Yeah. Yeah. We're so proud to partner with you all. All right. The next one we've got is, what personal workload is there for maintenance of an annuity?
I mean, annuity products are inherently very hands off. The freedom to let the insurance company, which is the
Mhm.
sophisticated entity, manage the money, invest
Mhm.
the money, and guarantee you then a contractual interest rate,
Mhm.
um, allows us to do the heavy lifting
Yeah.
on the investment side. You basically just need to understand what is the guarantee they're making to me,
Mhm.
and how does the contract work, and what optionality, if any, do I have to be able to make changes or access the money as either things are growing or being paid out to me. Um, the administration side on tax, the insurance company is, of course, calculating how much is ordinary income if you're distributing anything in the year, and then you receive a 1099 for that,
Yeah.
or you go ahead and tell us to withhold, and we'll
Yeah.
withhold federal taxes for you so you don't get that big 1099 bill
Yeah.
around tax filing season.
Okay. Got it. Good to know. And then we've got our last question, which is, what do I have to do to set up an annuity?
Sure. Well, the first step is to have a conversation with somebody like me,
Yeah.
probably me, if you were purchasing something from Navy Mutual.
Yeah.
And that would be where I go through your goals, time horizon, basics about your tax situation, tax status, and financial standing situation. And, well, I mean, obviously, goals. We want to make sure the product is suitable to
Yeah.
your particular situation and aligned with what you're trying to accomplish. Um, the what would be sent to the prospect or the owner is a brochure, a suitability assessment, where we ask you a series of questions to make
Yes.
sure that you understand the ins and
Understand.
outs of the product that's
Yeah.
being proposed to you. And then that all comes to you in a FedEx envelope along with a return, postage paid FedEx envelope. You're signing things, reviewing things, and I'm talking through any or answering any questions that the prospect may have
Mhm.
prior to them executing any transaction. Pop a check in for whatever amount they want to deposit, or do a wire transfer
Mhm.
and to fund the contract, and then await the paperwork to be issued about 10 days later.
Wow, sounds pretty simple. Love
I
that.
try to make it pretty hands off for people,
Yeah.
and I facilitate things as much as I can.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Dan, and answering all these questions. I hope you all at Mill Housing and our community got some great knowledge education from Dan at Navy Mutual. And we have a QR code at the top. And if you want to scan that, it'll take you straight to their landing page. And like Dan mentioned earlier, you can go over to Annuities and the drop down box and get some questions answered. And if you have any more questions, reach out to Dan. And yeah, we're thankful to have you guys.
Absolutely. Hope it was helpful for everybody. You
Yes.
all have a great day.
Yes. Have a great